Hello, we are Sornia. We are here to share what we can, our knowledge, our wisdom, our perspective on the experience that you are all having. As you've been told, we are beings of the what you would call higher dimensions, higher vibrations. But we want you to know you wouldn't be able to understand our messages or know us or even sense and hear us if your vibration wasn't where it matches. Okay, yes, we need to, in order to communicate with you, we need to, what you call, lower our vibration and match yours. So there are individuals that could hear this message but not hear it. So we recommend, at this time in particular, that you take what we're saying to you not at face value. Well, you should never do that. You should explore things for yourselves, and most of you know that. But you should do whatever you want. But what would benefit you at this time in particular is to be observant of how you feel when you hear the messages, and don't just listen to them once. Especially if you are feeling a certain way that you haven't felt before, something new comes to you in terms of feeling, okay? In terms of feeling, go back, give it a few days, go back and listen to the messages again, as many times as you feel that you need to. You may listen to them with the same concentration as the first time, or maybe you fall asleep. Many of you have confessed and you feel guilty because you fall asleep. You should not. You're still receiving the information. In fact, those of you who fall asleep may not have conscious memory of what you've heard, but it bypasses, when you're in a sleep state, the information bypasses your bias, your what you call ego. It bypasses that much easier than when you are listening to it in an awake state. Now, does that mean listening to it in an awake state is less beneficial than in a sleep state? No. But understanding that no matter what, and this goes for everything in your world, no matter what you are hearing, it is touching you in some way. What we are doing with you now, because you have requested this, we're giving you the information about what it is that you need in physical form in order to continue your expansion in your human form, because you don't remember when you wake up from your sleep state. So what we are doing is, in a sense, how do we explain this? The words that are attached to the message. So you're hearing the message. The words are important. It is the frequency of these words that you want to feel. So you are training yourselves to feel the message rather than to know the message. Why is that important? You may ask, well, what's the difference? You'll come and tell us what the difference is when you discover it. For each one of you will discover it. But there's more information for you when you are feeling it. And because you are advancing in human form to that level, that frequency that you want to keep advancing. You want to keep expanding so that your frequency is higher. You are able to receive more information, decipher what's going on. And now we said just now that this is for everything. Because you are living at a time that there is, you call it a spiritual battle, right? Most of you would agree. There are forces that are attempting to take over control. They've always been doing this. It's always been done in one way or another. But these forces that work through other, what you would call human forms, and they're not all human forms, but they are mostly human forms. Anyway, they work through them. These individuals have over time, they are in your world in a way in which they are controlling a lot of what you experience. Okay. And we've talked about this. So because there's a control, a limitation on what you experience while you are awake and alert in human form, you have not been able to experience the full experience of what it means to be in human form as an advanced being, as an eternal being, right? So you are growing and advancing and expanding, raising your vibration, and are all of you getting these messages are not just receiving the words, you are receiving that frequency, that vibration that allows you to expand if you so choose, right? And that's the whole point, because this is a training exercise. When we say to listen to things several times, over and over again, especially if something has got a response from you, a physical, emotional response, right? You want to train yourselves to be communicating in that way. We've said that this next time period, you notice we're using the word time for you, but this upcoming energetic experience, might be a better way of putting it, will be one that will be the opportunity for you to learn more about what it means to telepathically communicate with your thoughts and your feelings, that you receive that information from others. And it's not for fun that you're doing this. Some of you will go, oh, that'll be really cool. That'll be really fun. That's really just a side note to all of this. It's imperative for the next stage of expansion on your planet that you have developed these skills to the best of your ability. So we're encouraging you to find the methods that work for you. One that we suggest is that you repeatedly listen, maybe not back to back, but over a period of days. But not just listen to these messages. When you feel ready, start paying attention to the messages in the music. Don't be afraid of what you may experience, not any of you. You are capable of interacting with lower vibrational frequencies and not being pulled in, okay? If not, you won't even hear this message, okay? We want that we, meaning you and us also, because this was a request by you. Remember that. You're requesting us. We want that you are able to get a good grounding, a good footing in all of what is nonverbal on your planet, because that is the gateway, if you will, to the next level of your own personal development and the expansion of the planet, because Mother Earth continues to expand whether you're on board or not, right? But you want to be in alignment with what she is doing. Most of you are. But also for yourselves to have that understanding that you're not just randomly waiting for something to happen, but you are the master of your own experience on earth at this time. You are the master. You are sovereign beings. We have said this many times, and you have accepted that, and you have brought that in, and that has become your truth. And we want you to really know what it means to be a sovereign being. We want to know how you have this experience so that we can feed it back to you, give it back to you so that you can use what tools you have in human form to share this with others. Here is that key to your liberation. There are many that we offer to you. This is that next one that you will use, and you'll find out if you dedicate your time to understanding what we have just shared with you and doing what it takes to understand what we have just shared, you will see the experience as something more than just, oh, this is cool, this is fun. You will see the depth and the complexity. And then what happens is that very sliver of vision that you have and what you are able to see with your own eyes and what you are able to experience, it grows. So your perception then widens. You are able, because you are managing also to know yourselves in human form. What are your biases? How is your human ego, if you will, interpreting this information? And is that a truth for you or not? You will see how you are able to discern between what is truth for the human experience, because that's part of it, and what is truth in the spiritual sense. You are moving into that direction. That's the whole point, to expand, to raise your consciousness, to raise your vibration, to expand out as much as possible so that you are more of an expression of spirit than an expression of human, right? Of that limiting form of the human form. So this is going to be an interesting period of time, because you're also going to be, as we spoke recently with you about experiencing the concept or the construct of time. You're going to be experiencing it from a different perspective. And many of you already are. You're noticing the differences just from our recent experience or sharing with you, our session with you, to now, without even the push being there. So know that the coming times, that makes us giggle because your language is just riddled with words referencing time. And it'll be so interesting to see what happens when you free yourself from that. So this is another step towards that freedom. You know, we can't always share with you what's upcoming because we don't know. In that you've grown to accept that and be comfortable with it. What you know is that you are creators of your own reality, and what is it that you are creating, right? That's becoming more and more apparent to all of you. How do you create? What are you creating? And you're understanding how that manifestation works through you. You're not there yet, obviously, because there's a lot that needs to be done in regards to that, but you're definitely moving in that direction of that expansion. So stay the course here. It'll be, for some of you, it will feel, well, we don't know. We don't want to say how you're going to feel because you're all going to feel what you feel, right? But hopefully you'll begin to notice feelings that you've not felt before. And you might not be able to define them for yourself. That will be another aspect of this awakening or expansion, however you understand it, the ascension, however, that this aspect of the feeling body and what is part of the feeling body and what you understand. It's so been neglected, and it's so important to your existence that you understand it. And you're doing it because we can see it, and you're getting to that place where your sliver of perception of your reality, the nature of your reality, that sliver is widened, and you're seeing it on your planet. Some of you may be questioning some of the events that are occurring that seem like there's more. We're talking about your experiences and seeing more what you call UFOs or extraterrestrial beings and things like that. Are there more, or are there the same amount as ever, but you're just able to perceive them? Are you able to discern what is of truly what you would call extraterrestrial, of an advanced or maybe not an advanced race, or what might be a projection of a hologram or some other technique that your powers that be have created in order to dupe the population? These events are going to continue. There might be some that seem frightening. And don't you want to know whether or not there's something, what you would call real in that? I mean, it's all in a sense real, and it's all an illusion. That paradox, right? You want to understand that. We are all in this together. It is the most exciting time that planet Earth and humanity has ever experienced. We've always told you there's nothing to be afraid of. If you fall into fear with anything that's going on outside of you, you really want to then retreat to a quiet place and get yourself in order. There is absolutely nothing to fear. Nothing. This will be an interesting time for you in the coming Earth existence. What's different about this that's never happened before is that you're going to have the memory of what you weren't able to retain in the past when you learn things in meditation or in a sleep state or different things. When you're born, it's wiped clean, right? That energy that wipes you clean is weakening. And it's all because of all these things that you are all doing, that we are all doing together. That will dissipate, and you will start to remember when you've been, say, out of body. Some of you are out of body in a waking state and you're not even aware of it. You have memory loss and don't know I can't remember what I did yesterday. Again, this is another topic for another time, but know that what you're doing right now is honing your skills, and you will only be grateful for the effort that you put forth. To the degree that you can put forth the effort will be what you will receive back. It's a very interesting time, a very powerful time. There goes that word again, time, huh? We kind of giggle because it's something that we don't have that limitation. Anyway, you're going to begin to see your experience as being both real and not real. You're going to see the illusion for what it is, but you won't be afraid. You'll look at it and you'll go, this is very interesting. And you'll begin to know how to create your own illusion for your own self in a conscious way. You're already doing it, but you're unconscious about it. You don't know it's all, and the other thing that is going to happen, and this is very important for you to understand, is that right now you're still, even if you're very advanced, you're still influenced by the collective very strongly. Some of you a little bit less than others. The other experience that you will be having as you go through your different exercises in awakening here is that you will see that how you are being influenced by the collective, and to pull yourself away from that and let yourself be only connected to an awareness of your connection, we should say. Only have that awareness of your connection to Source. That's what's going to happen. You do not need any longer, well, you never really needed it, but it was part of the experience on Earth, that connection to the collective. You are freeing yourself from that, because the whole purpose of that was created by these forces that want to trap humanity and have you all of the same mind. So you've been not fighting, but working to change that and free yourselves so that the collective consciousness, as you call it, has no influence on you. That's the outcome that we see for all of you. So keep doing what you're doing. Take our suggestions and feel your way through them. Allow yourself to be a feeling body rather than a thinking body. There's nothing wrong with thinking, but get the feeling body mastered. The energies are supportive of this. That's why you are experiencing the frequencies of truth, because lies and untruths reside in the feeling body. So keep doing what you're doing. Take from this what you will, but as we said, if you listen to this several times, you will get more information. You're not going to hear everything the same way the first time as you will maybe the fourth or fifth time you listen to it or read it, however you take in this information. And if you don't want to do it, that's absolutely fine. Again, that's up to you. This is advice. You will come and share with us so that we can guide you more. Let us know what it is you need from us to help you. We will do everything that we can to support you and help you. We're in this together, all of us. We wouldn't have been able to lower our vibration to join this group if it weren't for the efforts put forth by all of you who are in human form, and for the Sornia group, of course. Whether you feel connected or not, you are still connected. All right. That is all for now. It's really wonderful to be here and feel you, because I can feel all of you. You're all so incredibly different in your expression of your divinity. It's wonderful. Hopefully you can feel my expression. See what you can feel as I speak. We love you very much. We are Sornia. Goodbye.